Hang on a second. I heard there was math going on.
Best military equipment
Best
anywhere
military
in the world.
ever.
I rebuilt the military.
Oh, it's so good.
$2.5 trillion. I upgraded our nuclear so that we have the most powerful nuclear force in the world.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if you've seen the nukes, man. Look, I don't subscribe to many reading periodicals, as it were. I do the Publishers Clearinghouse every year just for bail money. And I signed up for a magazine on there. It's called
Nuclear Stockpiles.
That's what it is. I forgot. Yeah, there's a magazine called Nuclear Stockpiles. And it's just, I don't read it for the articles. I have it for the centerfolds. And let me tell you, our nukes are shiny. They are smooth. So smooth.
In many ways, I hated doing it because of the power, but we had stuff that...
Yeah, you hate to do it. I hated to do it. You know, sometimes you're like, I hate bringing a wrist rocket full of fentanyl just to go to the store, but better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
We didn't even, it was 50 years old. We didn't even know if it worked. But
Yeah, we don't know. You don't know, you know what I mean? It's almost as if, because some people might tell you that, so you'll spend a lot of money on it. But, so we weren't, 50 years, we weren't keeping that shit up. That's amazing. We actually, think about that for a second, folks. We won the Cold War with broken shit.
did everything. And by the way, when Putin talks about nuclear, everybody shies away. They don't want to talk. They don't want to.
No.
This is a genocide that's taking place. We have the strongest, most capable nuclear anywhere in the world because...
Yeah, that's right. Thank you for bringing that up. Like, what you need to do is say, you go, that's a genocide. And they go, that ain't a genocide. And then you go, I'll show you fucking genocide. Pa-pow! Like this. You sit there and go, I got you genocide coming right here. A, B, X, O, X, right button, lower button, trigger, flickety-flew. Boom, done. Shall we play a motherfucking game?
I did. I rebuilt it. It was, we literally had...
He barely had time to golf. He was always inside. He's in there tinkering, putting on stuff. And he was like, he's under, I remember one of my favorite pictures of Trump that I saw at a rally. Wasn't a picture so much as a painting, but it depicted him in a very true form with there's a big nuke right there, and he just had the hood up, and he's under there with his elbows he's got his sleeves rolled up like a real working man. He's got dust on his face, strategically placed to show you that, and he's like, wait a second, this geolocationing matrix chip in here ain't worth a shit. Anybody got some chewing gum? And he didn't take out chewed the gum, folded up the wrapper, stick it in there, took the gum, stuck it on there, boom, good as fucking new. Duct tape me, skack, boom, boom, skack, boom, boom. New nuclear right there. Didn't cost the taxpayer shit. And that was between rounds of golf where he hit nothing but holes in one.
No idea.
Again, paintings, but still true.
Whether or not it even worked. And I as I said, because of the power, because of the awesome power and strength, I hated to do it. But we had no choice. We had no choice.
We don't.
But we have more than he has. We have as powerful or more powerful than he has. And people...
Yeah, you know what I mean? Most people don't know there's like sizes of nukes. Because there's like some bombs that can only destroy the world 3, maybe 4 times over. And then there's some that can destroy it 8, 15 times over. And those are way fucking better. I'm just saying, put me in the destroy the world 10 to 15 times over camp. Check that box for me. I don't want... 6 ain't enough. You fucking girl's blouse.
It around. It's so sad when you...
You ain't gonna put. They yelling at you like, we're gonna destroy the earth. You're like, oh yeah, well I'm gonna destroy it twice, motherfucker. NASCAR, show us your butthole.
Tens of thousands of people dying. Finally they're giving accurate numbers. It's far greater than the numbers that you heard in Ukraine.
Oh yeah, I mean, most of the dead are coming across our southern border. I don't even know if you know that. It's true. The Russians are emptying out Ukrainian military cemeteries full of Nazis and sending them across our southern border. Build that wall. In Russian, I don't know how to speak it.
We're being pushed around, and we shouldn't be pushed around.
No, we shouldn't be pushed around. We just push that fucking nuclear button around. Just go, pushed. Just walk up there, pull down that little microphone, put it right to your fucking face, and you go, person, woman, man, camera, TV, hit that button, and boom, the missiles are away, hallelujah.
One thing that President Zelensky made very clear in an interview with 60 Minutes this weekend, I see this for myself.
He's that Jew Nazi, ain't he? I don't know how I feel about him. You know what I mean? Because I got, okay, not okay, okay, not okay, not okay, okay. Some people are just on the fence.
I really think this is very simple. No American boots on the ground. That's
I feel seen.
Part of the Trump doctrine. Overwhelming force, that's part of the Trump doctrine. The Reagan doctrine is no boots on the ground, provide allied nations the ability, the weapon.
Hold on. Fuck, man. I ain't even... Somebody got a crayon? How am I supposed to keep up with this? You can't jump around from the Trump doctrine and the fucking Reagan doctrine. They ain't the same fucking thing.
So they can fight their own war. The Ukrainians have shown they're willing to fight. They need the weaponry to do so.
Dude, I knew a couple of Ukrainian dudes. Yeah, they was over here. They was running a swamp boat service down there, right in around Tallahassee in the Panhandle. And I met up down. I saw him at a bar or whatever. It's this place we used to go see Steven Seagal's blues band play. Because after a week of hard physical work, like you put in, you need a good laugh. So anyways, I used to hang out with these motherfuckers. And these dudes, like, I can hold my liquor. These motherfuckers could hold the bottle. Like, I'm drinking all this whiskey. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. And then the motherfucker just snatched the empty bottle out of my hand. I'm like, what you gonna do with that? Fucker ate it. Them fucking Ukrainians are tough, man. Tougher than woodpecker lips.
I don't see NATO stepping up with the degree of urgency I think they need to, or Western Europe, or the United States either. I don't know why Joe has this mysterious reluctance and resistance to allow Poland to give President Zelensky in Ukraine MiGs, especially.
Oh, maybe I know why. Hey, fuckhead. It's because they only want to give those planes to Ukraine if we give them our planes. And our planes are like the shit, dude. We ain't passing them motherfuckers out. This ain't bomber Halloween. They ain't walking up dressed as fucking Charlie Brown, knocking on the door, opening their bag like, here's a F-16. How about a F-22? Just take it. Why are you giving him all that shit? Don't give him a whole candy bar. No, I'm giving it. He breaks it up and gives it to everybody else. Well, fuck him. That's his thing.
Look at the devastation. We have mass graves. We have innocent civilians being slaughtered in the streets. We have entire neighborhoods.
That's right. Why can't we ratchet this up? Person, woman, man, camera, TV, boom.
Hoods leveled. We have war crimes and atrocities that have been well chronicled from Bucha to Mariupol. Mariupol's 95% wiped out. It's all rubble today. I asked you the last.
Yeah, but honest to God, that shit's been going on for a while. Mariupol, I mean, it's basically like a Minecraft city.
Time you were on, whether you think that this is evil in our time, do you believe this is evil in our time?
It's such a good question, man. Is this evil? Here you got Vladimir Putin, apropos of fuck all, stacking his soldiers on the border of a foreign country, which is still, I mean, even though it's full of foreigners, you can't just be fucking with people because they're foreigners, especially when they're in their country where they technically ain't foreigners. Then he moves up there to Belaruski, and then he's up there in Crimea, which is a weird, like, naming a whole, that's like Australia. Crimea sounds like what you should have called Australia, you know what I mean? We're putting all our criminals in one place. Anyways, Putin's evil as fuck, man. He'd fucking eat you, and not in that order.
I think in 100 years, people are going to look back and they're going to say, how did we stand back and NATO stand back, which in many ways I've called a paper tiger. Don't forget, in
100 years, motherfucker, he's asking what we should do now. Nobody gives a rat fuck. Dude, in 100 years, we're not even going to be speaking English anymore. We're just going to speak in beeps and boops. Beep, boop, beep, boop, boop, beep, boop. I know what you mean. Fuck it. Beep, boop, boop. I'll still have my accent, so I'll be like, beep, boop, boop, beep, beep, boop, beep, boop. But fuck, man, who gives a shit what's going on in 100 years? I mean, I'm going to be alive, but you ain't shit.
NATO, because when I became president, the first thing I noticed when I went there to the first meeting was that most of the countries were not paying, or were paying far less than they were supposed to. There were only 8.
Yeah, man, that's the thing. So Trump did what he had to do, man. He went door to door in these fucking neighborhoods and said to these little NATO shops, he went to that, German hot dog stand and said, look, it's a nice German hot dog stand. I know a fucker over there, Vlad, he wants to burn this fucking thing down. It'd be a fucking shame if you weren't to pay up right now. And then I went next door to that Belgian waffle place, went over and saw that fucking French fries place. And like, hey, France, y'all motherfuckers better start kicking in. I'm going to let this motherfucker roll over you. And then the cool thing was he got them all to pay in, and he was still going to let them do it. It was like 1D chess. It was so complex in its simplicity.
Out of 28 countries that were paid in full, the United States was not only one of them. We were making up the deficit in order to protect Europe. We were paying possibly 80% of NATO to protect them. And then they take advantage of us yet.
No, we wasn't paying 80%. The fuck? We weren't doing 80%. What the fuck? You think we were supplying the energy for Germany or something? Is 80% just like a fucking record groove in his goddamn brain?
Right, because on trade, they're every bit as bad as China. They treated us very badly on trade. We changed a lot.
Well, I mean, technically speaking, China builds shit we make and sends it back to us. That's assembly. But fuck, we don't send fucking red wine to France, have them assemble it in a bottle and send it the fuck back. I say just, if that was what we're doing, I'd say fuck it, leave it in a box. Glug, 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 motherfucker.
Around, but they were very tough on trade. I asked Angela Merkel, how many Chevrolets are you selling this month in Munich or Berlin? And she looked at me, well, probably none. I said, you're exactly right, none. And yet we had the Mercedes-Benz and the Volkswagens and all of them. We had all of the German companies. And the same thing with farmers. Our farmers sell virtually nothing to Europe. You take a look at what we sell, and yet...
Is that... I mean... that's gotta be... Is that true? Anybody know whether that... Let's see. Let me see. I don't know if what? Wait a second. I'm confused because I'm pretty sure I mean, I've been on a lot of QAnon sites in my fucking time. All right. Full disclosure, QAnon, that phrase shows up in my Pornhub search results. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm your buddy. However, and I know that they've been like 3 clones of Hillary Clinton have been executed at Guantanamo. They on their 4th, you know. And, but I gotta say, I'm pretty sure all that shit about Trump really was president and Biden, you know, wasn't really sworn in and he was doing his job from Amazon set of the White House and he's not allowed in there because they's gallows on land. They was freeing little kids that were trapped under the White House, which I don't know. Again, I don't know why there's never been presidents in there where they've had to free little kids from the basement of the White House until after Trump ended his presidency. I don't know the answer to that. They keep saying it, and I still don't know what the fuck. But I'm pretty sure I had to, you know, you got to do an 80-20 fucking rule with stuff. And I'm pretty sure Trump wasn't president most of 2021. I'm going to go out on a limb. American expats shattered records. That one I know. In 2021. Highest annual export levels ever recorded. Final 2021 trade data published by the Department of Cromework this morning shows that exports of U.S. farm and food is WOOD. So FOOD would be food. Product tapes to the Wallard Totaled $177 billion. That's a lot of gold, man. Toppings. Oh, we got toppings too. That's good. I like them sprinkles and I like shaved almonds. That sounded dirty. Total by 18. I know that number, Your Honor. Percocet and excavating excavator. The Previs, well, son of a bitch. Set in. Wait a minute. The last record was set in 2014. Motherfucker, Trump wasn't president in the last record year either. Somebody's fucking with him at the agricultural place, man. You mean to tell me the last time America set a record in agricultural carpal tunnel set exports to the EU was in fucking 2014? God damn. And then we just skipped all the Trump years. I'm supposed to believe that. You motherfuckers want me to believe that the last time we set a record in exports was before Trump took office by 2 fucking years. And then we didn't set another one till he'd been out of office almost 2 fucking years. And Biden was in the administration in both situations. Motherfucker.
Take their product. They treated us very badly in trade, and
that's a shipment of wheat just blowing the fuck up.
Defended them, and we really, if you look at the real numbers, I'll bet you it's close to 80%. I said you have to pay, and if you don't pay, we're not going to defend you. And as soon as I said that, we took in hundreds of billions of dollars, and NATO became rich. It was going down at a level that
Nobody's ever heard these numbers before. They're numbers so big that nobody even speaks them. These are the numbers that shall not be heard.
Been sustainable. You wouldn't be in a position now of giving them a rifle.
What? We ain't what? Hold on. First of all, if Trump looks at these pictures, good fucking God, I'm glad he's on the phone. Otherwise, he'd start talking about how lazy the Ukrainians are.
Not have been sustainable. You wouldn't be in a position now of giving them a rifle, let alone billions of dollars worth of equipment. So we did. I had a big impact. And by the way, that was an impact against Russia. The pipeline was against Russia. The sanctions were against Russia. And then I listened to the fake news.
Yeah, but the whole fucking country did that, man. We don't like that motherfucker. He kills people. He don't like freedom at all. Like we fuck up sometimes. But man, but I stand by fucking America, man. You can't shit on the land that I love. I love this bitch warts and all. But fuck that Putin dude, man. And everybody knows it.
Hey, President Trump loved Russia, and he didn't do much about Russia. Well, I stopped the pipeline, the biggest thing they've ever done.
By the way, for those people watching, that ain't a pipeline that's being dug.
Created a powerful NATO because I got people to pay what they had to pay. They weren't paying. And nobody did sanctions like I did. So with all of that being said,
I gotta say, man, this is fucked up. Listen, and this sounds like is them people over there do the Lincoln Project. You know what I'm talking about? Them fuckers, them never Trumper fuckers, and they sometimes take what Trump says and then they lay it over footage that makes him look like an asshole. You know, the kind of footage they have, like him talking, and then they'll show him, like, he'll say something, and then they'll show visual evidence that it's the opposite in reality, and makes him look bad, which I think is wrong. It's almost like that spread to Fox, man. Maybe Mike Pillow's got a point.
When I look at what's happening, it never would have happened under the Trump administration, regardless of strength one way or the other. I knew Putin very well, almost as well as I know you, Sean, and I will tell you, we talked.
All right, man, I got to go. This is gross.